hello, and welcome everyone to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, tell a friend. All right, as Jamal and I were saying just now, on the struggle bus today, first up, 90 Day Fiancé the Other Way, Season 5, Episode 19, Owing Pains. Child, that's a mess.
Okay, let's just call a thing with these people. They didn't work my nerve for yet another week, and somehow we got to 19 episodes of this mess. Yeah, I'm annoyed. Um, I mean, but in reality, TLC had already sold the ad space. They had no choice but to do this to us,
Mhm.
and we're still watching. So
Right,
I take part of the blame. So
right.
this episode, we have Sarper and Shekinah,
Mhm.
Mary, and Brandon's mama, because we didn't see Brandon. um, who else? Who else did we have?
TJ and the poop.
Okay.
Um. Oh, and Danielle and Johan. That was my other MVP.
Okay.
Sarper and
Okay.
Johan.
Okay. Let's get Kimberly and TJ's mama out the way. So he wake her up, because he's moving stuff into their upstairs, apartment, which I do like. I'm not gonna lie, I
Mhm.
like the setup. I really do. They set up needs to be in somebody else's house, but that's neither here nor there. So
Mhm.
he's explaining to her, like, you're gonna meet with my mom. She's gonna explain about your household duties, blah 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 blah. So they go downstairs, and the mama already has an attitude, and I'm like,
Mhm.
you know what? Kimberly's trying here. She's being open, and the mama just be determined to be mad. And that's because she's been talking to Yash. That's my opinion. Yash made the mama's ear at pillow talk. Damn it, that's what I'm gonna call. That's what I said. Talking to her at night. So Mama is already mad with Kimberly for no reason.
Mhm.
So just explaining everything, yeah, all that good stuff. So now, TJ, we had to talk about you and your translation. That's not what your mama said. Like, well, that is not what Mama said. He said, "Oh yeah, Mama said, like, we need. This is how we start our day. We get up a little bit early. Like, he's like, like around this time." I'm like, no. What Mama said was that we get up early, like 6 o'clock. Not really early, like 5. Now I'm looking at like, the sun outside, right? I'm like, that looks later than 6 o'clock. But
Mhm.
TJ talking about we about this time. I'm like, okay, so you're just going in this wrong, TJ. You're going this wrong. And what else did he lie about? He lied about
The
something else.
dishes,
The
the
dishes.
dishes, and cooking.
Yes.
Mhm. And I was
Just
just like,
lie.
but I feel Mama knows some English because I think that's why she was just getting a little ornery.
Just lying to her. I'm like, that's not what Mama said. I'm gonna need other people to translate, but these characters on the show because Kimberly's
But
like, okay, okay, cool. That's not okay.
why didn't Yash step up and say, TJ, tell her what mommy said?
Because yeah, she's kind of enjoying this. He's
Cause
low key
no,
enjoying
cause
this,
he knew what he had in store for her when lunchtime
right?
came around. Gross.
Right.
Let's say hi to everybody in the chat for a little bit. Oops, sorry y'all. Let me turn that off. All right. Hi Sunway. Hi Tracy. Hi Mange. Hey Tracy. Oh, Tracy again, back again for more punishment. Yes, this is punishment. Hi, failed foster dog mom. Happy Friday to you too. Hi, Lena. I hope you're feeling better. Girl, Johan must know how to sling that thing of his because there's literally no other reason that Danielle would still be with this man. Yep, true.
But
Um,
she told us that on Love in Paradise, though. Let's be honest.
she said
She
he had
told
a
us that,
baseball bat. Yep.
and she couldn't
Lena
walk. She
said
was hurt the
she
next
couldn't
day. Remember?
walk. Yes, yes. That was gross, but okay. You like it? You like it. She has to be digmatized. I cannot come up with any other explanation. Um, God, facts. Let's see. Hi, Freedom. Hello. Hi, Ryan. Happy Friday. Listening, but heading home in my car. Be careful driving. Hi, Susan. Welcome, welcome. Hi, avoiding eye contact. Wow, there's a lot of y'all in here for this trash box show. Y'all really did show up. Welcome, people. Welcome. TJ never translate nothing correctly. This man
Never.
tutorializing hard. Correct. Agreed. Um, okay. Tracy, not the cow shit. Yes, we get into that. Um, Lost in translation, not even close, sir. Um, oh my goodness, what else do we have here? Y'all are just a mess in here. Mama said, "What now?" Yup, yup. I,
The way he did that, you could tell. Like I'm looking at Kimber, like, aren't you understanding what's going on here? Because like Mama would say something right, and Mama was real clear with what she said with the little subtitles. That's
mm-hmm,
how I know. But then when he
mm-hmm.
would go to translate, he was stumbling and bumbling, trying to find trying to find alternate words. And I'm looking
But
at Kimberly like, come on now.
but again, couldn't we Google that? Couldn't we Google traditional wife roles or duties in Indian families in the Jaipur region, something to break
But
it
like
down.
you would think, as much as you're into spirituality and culture, you would think that she would have done that herself, though.
But we find out after that meeting when he go back upstairs, she said, "Now, you know I asked you this and you told me not to worry." And I was like, "She did?" And then Yash gonna say, "Well, that's why we had to have the meeting with moms because she'd be real clear about things." But yet you muddied it up. Mom was real
Right.
clear, but you didn't translate it clearly. Ugh. And they still ain't tell her about doing all of that poo poo and pee pee stuff in her kitchen. Why they gotta come up there and do that? They could have left that downstairs.
I just hollered because like the cow, like put the cow pie here. I'm like, huh? And just light it. It'll burn on its own. I'm like,
Mm-mm.
and like, but what really took me out, I can deal with the cow pie. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever.
No, no, no. Speaking of someone, I explained this on Heidi's show last night. Speaking of someone who has stepped in warm cow shit, I was drunk. It was a New Year's Eve. I was drunk and I was cutting through a pasture. And those are the things that happen when you cut through a pasture. But I lost my shoes. This is what happened. I
Mm,
had on shoes. I had on high
mm,
heel strappy sandals and I stepped in it with the first foot. And then I
oof.
lost my balance and the second foot went in. So then I said, well, let me take off my shoes so I could get my balance. And then both bare
Oh,
feet was in it.
oh,
I was a mess. I was a mess.
oh.
And
Yes, you are.
I smelled the next day, even though I washed off my feet when I got home, like everything, hose outside, everything. Like my dress was ruined. The shoes were tossed because they were suede. They were so
Yeah.
pretty.
Oh, yeah. That was
Wore them once.
no hope.
And so went inside, took a shower. Next morning, I'm still smelling like cow shit. I had to soak my feet in Dettol and water for a half a day so that I could eventually smell like our hospital.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, though, here's the thing: the king lives in the front yard. So what was she? Why was she so surprised? That was my thing.
He could
The
live in the
king,
front yard, but
right?
his excrement don't gotta come inside.
But that's their culture. The cow was
Mm.
God, so the king, you know, like when he blesses you with the cow pie, you burn it in your home. That's
Okay,
what I
so
took from it.
I love Freedom's comment. Debbie, if you and Jamal truly understood the joy and rib breaking laughter to us while trashing this show, well, I'm glad we could bring a little joy to
I
somebody's
mean,
life. These shows are so
oh gosh, these poor people.
stupid. Mm-mm.
Yeah, Mama knows.
The brown piss in the
Yeah,
bottle,
see,
that cow had a urinary tract infection.
I mean, the king's urine around the was it around the door? Is that what it was?
Yeah, he was putting it in the corner. He was
Y-
splattering that piss
Right.
everywhere. and laughing about it. Mm-mm. And
Yeah,
the poop rag
Ryan.
on in
Yeah,
the wok.
yeah. I was with Kimberly on this one. No.
You know you wiping up poop ash.
Yeah, but gonna use it on the dishes.
And then mama gonna say, what she always complaining about?
What
Poop. Oh
drama?
my
And she's
gosh.
causing drama. He's like, what drama? She's correct. I'm like, oh, then mom was like, okay, just have her use the other towel. I'm like, okay,
Unbelievable. But then wound up cooking aloo with it. Who eating that? I mean,
exactly.
and I ain't never eaten from her kitchen neither. Nope. Do you need to warn people when you're going to burn poop in the house? Yeah. You can't do it out of nowhere.
But this is what they do on a daily basis, though. It looks like so to them it's normal.
So she ain't never smelled shit downstairs?
Again,
Or do you have to one time antimicrobial your place? Yash, everything is antimicrobial. Since when excrement
right?
is
It was the urine. It was the urine that was
He
anti
said the
whatever.
poop too. He said the
It was the
poop
poop too.
too. Yeah, because when he lit that shit up, he told her it's
Oh,
antimicrobial, antimicrobial. And then when
oh.
he started splattering that nasty piss, she's like, "Why are you doing that?" Yeah, petting zoo, petting zoo. Mm-mm.
Alina says, okay, you know I'm let me know first. Oh, true.
Mm-mm.
But
Mm-mm.
Kimberly was a good sport. She really was. Let's be honest. She was a good sport up until the excrements came into play. She was good.
But but listen, I still have a problem with this because I don't know if Ryan's on board with me on this or not, but we still waiting for her meltdown where she starts screaming, and we still fighting over the dog. We still waiting for the fight over the dog. We up
Right.
to episode 19. We were promised this 7 episodes ago. We ain't really seeing nothing of content, but the 2 fights we still waiting for. How come?
But see, here's what they did, Debbie. So remember they previewed the dog fight way back in what, episode
Mhm.
8, I believe it was.
Mhm.
Then what they did was they snuck in Sarper to distract us. That's what happened. They thought the
Um,
audience we was gonna fall for it.
as much as I love Sarper, and you know I love me some Sarper because he gets me through every single one of these episodes. I'm still waiting for a
I
fight
know.
over a dog.
I'm just telling you, that's what they thought they were gonna do to us. They were gonna okey doke us with Sarper, and then we weren't gonna remember
Mm-mm.
Gizmo getting fought over, and Kimberly screaming. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
Freedom says, and she chose to remain there in their house in that country. She best deal with it all without a damn complaint. True.
Yeah.
Well, I would have to complain about the poop rag though. I would. I don't know. But remember, the cow is holy. Well, thank God Christians say blood of Christ is not Jesus. Oh, blood of Christ, not Jesus. Oh, Lord. I can't with y'all. Tracy, I know that the cow is sacred. I get it. But not that sacred for me. And I want to know if she's ever done that downstairs in her house.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel between her and Yash, they be doing a lot of bullshit. A lot of bullshit. And TJ just dumb. And that seemed like a setup anyway. He got to go downstairs and work. Work on what? You left her there with your crabby mama and your bitch ass brother so that they could go and spread excrement all over the apartment that you're going to be paying for the next 30 years. Boy, get out of here. Get out of here. I can't. Um, Freedom, she's already married to this man. What's she gonna do to beat Kim K's record and get divorced already? Nah, she better stick it out. Well, I was listening to somebody on the YouTube, and he said that she got a new boyfriend.
Kimberly.
Uh huh. Well, we all know that she's back here in the United States. She's broken her NDA. And she got a new boyfriend.
Uh,
Yep, she's another one that's probably gonna be fired. I
yeah.
don't know.
Okay, I think we covered them. Let's go on to the what's her name, Angela and Mary segment, which is real short. Okay, here's what. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Mary's talking about she 50-50 about marrying Brandon because he's lazy and wants to play video games. It's not helping her with the finances.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my whole thing is this: Mary, I was on your side until you brought up the electric bill with Lola. I mean, um, who was paying the electric bill before? Okay, we'll put that over there. We'll put that over there
Mm-hmm.
because that make no sense. Like all of a sudden, the electric bill is a problem. So good on Angela for like at least not blindly taking Brandon's side. She sees his faults. She sees where he needs to step up. And I'm looking at Mary like you're young. You're very young, and this is obvious because you are in a predicament because who he is now is who he's going to be. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if he talked all this game about stepping up because he's about to be a husband, he's about to be a father, blah blah blah, and like he's still doing the same BS.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, how are you sitting here still like trying to figure it out? Like, no, he's told you what it's gonna be. This is gonna be your life. He's very
Mm-hmm.
irresponsible. He's not gonna grow up, and you're gonna be looking up having 6 kids, selling cell phones, around the Philippines. Sorry.
Okay. So she's claiming now that he's lazy. This is the same guy that within 2 years worked all these jobs to get $60,000 to build this house. This storyline is a lie. This is a lie. And this is how I know it. This was confirmed to me in this episode when she said, Lolo said the electric bill is due. Why is Lolo saying that? Because that's his house.
Mm-hmm. It
That's
was
his
Lola.
house.
It was Lola. No, Lola came to her and told her. But
Is
anyway,
Lola? Well,
it was
they
Lola. They all
interchangeable.
they stop it.
Off by one letter. Anywho, one of them grandparents came over there and said, "Give me some cash for this," and I'm sure that he used to pay for it before because he used to pay for the Wi-Fi, the internet.
Mm-hmm.
That's about the only thing he contributed to while he was living in America. He did not build that house. You know why? Cause he don't work. You know how I know? Cause he ain't worked since he got there. And don't say, well, he's an American, he can't work there. He could do something.
Mm-hmm.
Find the closest hotel, or oh my God, go with Lolo and Lola when they went to Manila for months to work.
Because I'm looking. Let's. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm sure you thought about this too, and
Mm,
you said this before. I'm looking at Mary. I understand where she's at in her thought process, and I appreciate it. But I'm looking at her.
mm,
Why are you not telling your man to go with Lolo to was it to Manila to work? Because
mm-hmm,
if Lolo's going over there, probably Lola too. If they can
mm-hmm,
go over there and make enough money to build that house, they making a nice little piece of change for Philippines. So
mm-hmm.
that's what she needs to be doing.
I don't know. I don't know. I just find them hard to swallow. And his mom is like, she in the church. She don't know if she gonna marry him. You pregnant, girl. Of course you are.
And the mom made complete sense, but unfortunately, this is Mary and Brandon we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't have any hope for Mary and Brandon simply because he it's like rinse wash repeat with him. Y'all argue, you say you'll do better, you do better for a short time, you slip back to your old habit, you argue. It's the same thing over and over with him. And like I said, ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
Mary, be careful with him. Like if he's not working now and he's not being made to work, as long as he's in the Philippines, let me put it this way. As long as he's in the Philippines, he's gonna be this
Uh-huh.
way.
Okay. Okay. So we want him to go out and work. What's she doing?
She's
Was she
out there. She's out there selling the cell phones.
for 2 cents,
No, no, no. They make. I think they make like what is it?
18
18
cents.
dollars. No, $18 on each cell phone. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. When you run out of your 5 friends, Ping Pong Dong and they friend, they took 2 other friends. Who you selling a cell phone to? Everybody else got a cell phone. Stop it. I'm gonna need you to find better avenue income streams of income. Like she's not making any sense to me. Why she ain't out in the field?
Well,
Mary
she's
looked like
pregnant.
Mary wasn't doing nothing before he got there.
She was, and
Mary
we
wanted him
thought.
to go out in the field with the caribou.
Well, here's the thing, though. We deduced that she might have been on the little OnlyFans.
Why she don't go back
So,
there? There's a segment for pregnant chicks. She could be on and popping, literally.
or do like Larsa and do feet pics. I'm just saying. I'm just.
There's
But we,
so
but
much
we,
opportunity.
but thing is that you've always said like their storyline has made no sense from the very beginning. When we met them, you said they don't make no sense. Next, I try to give them a bone, and
Oh
I have
my
no bones to
God.
give.
Ryan said, I found it a hilarious omen that a plague of locusts descends on their wedding. Ryan, you a
That's the same
mess.
thing. No, I'm like, ooh, that's not good.
Lena says, my man is on the phone with me a ridiculous amount and he works 12 hours a day. Like, how is Brandon so useless? And don't blame ex druggy mom because that ain't it. It's him. Yep.
That's what I said. That's who he is. This is who he is. Like
Mm-hmm.
in marriage, I've never been married, never want to be married. I'm good with that. But most times,
Baby.
9 times out of 10, who the person is before y'all get married is the person they're going to be when you're married. I don't see people just automatically changing.
Tracy, you wrong for this. Remember, she's a dancer. I don't know. I don't know. Lord don't want this. Y'all a mess for bringing in religion to this, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Oh my gosh. Tracy, dancing where? For whom? Where do they go? Because I can't see them.
Well, remember
Um,
she was there. She was on her college's dance team before Brandon forced her to
that was
leave.
a lie.
I'm just saying where the young lady danced. That's what she said.
Yes, Ryan, a private dancer. Why she don't take her baby bump and go and twerk on the OnlyFans? We saw her bikini shots. One too far off. I don't know. I don't care.
Who
Next.
next? We have
Mm.
Sarper and Shekinah and Johan and Danielle.
Oh my god, my two favorites.
Who
I
you want to start with? I
love
want to let
them.
you choose.
Me. Let's do Sarper first and then end off with Johan. Both miss.
Okay. Okay, here's the whole thing. And I blame TLC for this. I do because why are y'all bringing on these couples where the man is expecting a baby from a 40-year-old woman?
Hmm.
I mean, I don't really like that. And the Turkish bath was real nice though.
Yes, it
That was
was. Hmm.
I yeah. That was I was like, oh, this is real nice. This is
Hmm.
damn. So he talks to her. Um, he is being rude.
Yes. See,
Storyline,
Lena agrees with me. He's the gift
and
that keeps on giving.
he talk about he
Mhm.
wants a baby and like where's the relationship going? He's like, okay, fine, you don't have a baby, we can just live together till we get bored of each other. You go back to your country. I was like, oh gosh,
Mhm.
Summer. I'm like, you're not lying, but damn, she gets
He's
mad.
real blunt.
You're right. She's mad and she's talking she don't have a baby, and she's trying to explain to him what she went through with her baby's father, her
He
daughter's
don't care. He don't
father.
care.
He doesn't care, and I was looking at her like, why are you saying all this at this point in time? Because you're both already heated, so this
Mhm.
story is not gonna really work here. But you
Mhm.
tried, and you know what? That's kind of your fault. I'm sorry. You know.
What? No, it's not Cypress' fault because he told her last
No, I
episode.
said no. I said no. It's her fault
Oh,
for.
it's her fault. Okay,
It's her
yeah.
fault in this
Um,
situation.
but honestly, they both went into this as a hookup. I don't see many one night, one morning, one afternoon stands that you met in a foreign country evolving into a real relationship. Let's just call thing a thing.
And let's be honest as well. Y'all are only together for the sex. Period. Not a, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's because
Mm-hmm.
let's be honest. You could see the sexual chemistry between them two. I'm like, yeah, this is all it is, and that's okay. But don't try to
Mm-hmm.
make it into something more than what it is.
Um, Ryan says Shekinah has invested too much into her body. She isn't ruining it with a pregnancy.
Well, let's go. I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Shekinah because she looks great, and I don't blame her.
But wait, though. She was talking about how her baby daddy left her to go and work and she had to raise her child all on her own, blah, 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 blah. You mean that y'all broke up and he paid you a lot of support, which helped you create all of this and put your kid in boarding school so you wouldn't have to finish raising her? That's what I heard in that. That's what I heard. And you don't want to do it again because Sarper can't cut them
Fund you.
checks.
He can't fund you like
He can't cut them checks. You
right.
he broke it. He broke. You lucked out with that first one and couldn't get a second embryo in, or even twins. You couldn't even get double support because he left you and made monthly stipend payments. Like, come on now. Let's
Nice,
be honest.
Debbie. Let's be honest. Nice stipends.
Yes, because she living in LA doing God knows what.
And she's an
And
esthetician. She owns her own business. Oh, and she's an event planner.
I'm gonna
An
need you to
event.
stop. I'm gonna need you to stop because her friends are all in porn, and she brings escorts to the
I'm just,
parties.
I'm just telling you what she does.
No, that's what you heard her say, but what I
Correct,
heard her say, what it
right?
translated in my head was something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And see, that's my job, Debbie. My job is to remind everyone what the person said they did.
and they're not
You kind of
translated.
correct.
But again, this is a teachable moment, Johan, because she know how how to find a benefactor. You need to get with her. Not saying that you're gonna actually get with her, but you need to find like her messaging, dropping a DM or something, and get from her a full dissertation on how to find a partner with cash that is willing to give it to you and be your benefactor. Cause she lucked out. And she's so good right now. She's just like, I could coast on what baby daddy giving me and take my happy ass over here to Turkey, leave my business behind, and go and chase this man whore and fuck all around Turkey. But did y'all notice, right, that all of her clothes are so inappropriate? She always has to put on a gym sweater,
Yeah.
a gym cardigan wherever she goes. All her clothes are inappropriate for Turkey. Spot on, girl. You picked the right destination to have that body in that wardrobe.
And I get it with her based in the storyline. She's
Mm-hmm.
looking for love, yada yada yada. I mean, her and the baby daddy are on good terms. So that I liked. I
Mm-hmm.
did like seeing that. Her daughter seems to be very well adjusted. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Your daughter's off in
Mm-hmm.
boarding school most of the time. You see her like every couple
Mm-hmm.
of weeks, which is fantastic. You have your own little esthetician business, awesome for you. And you're doing like night hosting, event planning on the side, not a bad deal. I mean,
Not
all
night
this
hosting.
I don't know what to call it, but all these things together allow you
Mm-hmm.
to jaunt to Turkey to have you a good time. And there's nothing wrong with it. But don't play pretend like you're looking for Sarper to be your life partner.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. Sarper is that really good sex, that really good sex you're holding on to until you can find zaddy number two, a man who of means who can support the lifestyle that you want. But until that person comes along, you're gonna just take all the good sex you can get. That's just what
I
it
hate
is.
to say this though, but she about to age out for looking for a zaddy, because people who are zaddies, they want lower than 40. Shit, they want lower than 30.
No, it's true, but let's call a thing a thing. No, she looks good. She seems to be a decent person. When okay, maybe Zaddy's not good for her because Zaddies are in like that 50, mid 50, 60 range. When I think of
Mhm.
her, I think she's looking at that, 70 plus range. You know how it is. She's looking for that type.
She wants somebody to blow her back out. She looking for a whore because that's
Mm,
what she got with him, because she still had financial support from Zaddy one. But once that kid reach 18 or 21,
yeah.
she better start looking for a real Zaddy who could support her.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what
Because
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She hasn't. She's not looking at Starper as potential long term. We know that. What I'm saying is like she hasn't hooked her number two yet. So for now, she's gonna have her fun as she keeps looking. She's just not gonna stay idle because she gotta stay in shape. I'm
okay,
just saying.
hold on. Night hosting, call a thing a thing. She a mad. I'm planning orgies, please. Oh my god. What you call that Shekinah is doing as paid friend for the evening, allegedly. Okay. That's a good one, Phil Foster Dog Mom.
She's
And
she's
then
a, she,
Lena says,
she's an
I,
entrepreneur.
look, no,
She's a
she
small
is a
business.
networking specialist. How about that?
There we go. I like that networking specialist.
She gets people to connect.
Yes, love it.
Lena says, I'm 25. A man told me a few weeks ago I got 5 good years left in me. And they do tell you that, because I was told that back in the day. But I proved him wrong. I had about eight.
I have about eight. Okay.
I had about
But I do want to move on to
eight.
the parents. The grandmother was very
Mhm.
to the point. I want a grandchild. That's it. That's all. That's all. Mama Sarper had.
Mhm.
I want a grandchild.
Mhm. I do like how she went real respectful and she met them and she kissed them and kissed their hand and
Yes.
everything covered
Mhm.
up. Like I don't know where she picked it up from, but that was a good thing, because when they came to the luncheon the day after to talk with Sarper, they were very complimentary of her.
Yes.
Very. But then he started rattling on about this kid and ruined everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the mama killed me when she said, "I want a grandchild," and she basically said, "On period. That's what I want."
And then
Done.
like the dad was like, "What's the problem? She should just do it if she loves. She
The
should just
mom.
do
The
it." And
mom.
the
Yeah.
mom said, "Sometimes childbearing is hard for women, but if she loves him, she would do it."
It's actually
Do
make
they
the
not?
sacrifice.
Right, but do they not know how old she is?
That was my thing.
I mean, you
That really
don't
was my
you
thing because y'all realize how old she is.
I don't think they do, unless I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she should have got her tubes tied or something like that if she's so adamant about it. Or maybe she will reproduce for the right person with the checkbook ready. Oh.
Debbie, shut
It's
up.
true. It's called incentive. We all
That's fair.
got to get motivated. She did it the
But,
first time.
but I still agree with the person who said that she invested a lot in her physical appearance and she's not about to mess that up. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think we covered everything
Mm-hmm.
with Sakura and Shekinah. On to Danielle and Johan.
But wait a minute. She
Okay.
should also think about his track record with babies, because she knows she's gonna be raising that again with no financial contribution coming from Turkey.
Hmm.
I would burn my own tubes if that's the case.
Lena has a good point. Okay, but Usman's mama knew how old Kimberly was, and she still tried to get some grandbabies. These people don't care about the reproductive science.
Them women already know that nobody was gonna give Usman babies. Baby goat Lisa nor Kimberly. None of them. But they got a goat or two, a microwave, probably an Instapot, and they was good to go because they knew that they was hooking them up with somebody in the next village who was gonna give real babies that they wanted,
Hmm.
and not them American babies that they don't want. Okay. Next up, it's Christmas time in DR. Ho ho ho. They're stupid.
These two, I'm like, when y'all talk, do you guys hear the same things? The same things. I mean, because the way they were talking in this confrontation, I'm like, y'all was having like several different confrontations with each other, and
Mm-hmm.
y'all each heard something different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at Danielle. She came to him and said like, "Oh, I need to pay the rent for January."
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking at her like, "Huh? What? I've done this, and this." And right, she's like, "Well," he's like, "I don't have any money." Point blank. Period. And she says that, well, you said you can give me 75,000 pesos each month for household expenses. And he's looking at her like, what? Where? What money? He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, that's like rich people lifestyle. Like, I'm not rich. Huh? And she's getting mad at him. And I'm looking at her like, Danielle, obviously, to me, off camera, there was some conversations had to where you were going to do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, I'm going to go back to when we first met them. He
Mm-hmm.
wanted to move to the States. She wanted to move to DR because it's an easier
Mm-hmm.
life, yada yada yada. And
Mm-hmm.
that was a bone of contention back then. So,
Mm-hmm.
and he was adamant about coming to America so he could make money and send back to his family. Now, for him to change his mind and stay in the DR, I'm going to go with some promises were made because she even said like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move because I remember her saying this, I'm gonna move. Yeah, if I move to the DR, she did say we could do this, we can do this, we can do this because she said the life would be easier. We could, I can move here. We could save. We can like look into getting a house. I do remember those conversations or something along that line. So in his
Mm-hmm.
mind, he's like, okay, we've been here X amount of years, like what, maybe 2 years, maybe 2 years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we should be in his mind. He's saying we should be farther along, and we're not. And I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see it a little bit. I can understand his
Mm-hmm.
point of view. I really do. Because if promises were made, promises should have been kept. Because if you still sling in the D like you was slinging
Mm-hmm.
before, you expect some sort of payoff for that. And
Mm-hmm.
he's all like, I'm doing all this and I'm getting nothing.
I don't know what you talking about, but in my head, I heard, "Bitch, you still working off them $200 worth of peanuts that you ate out of the honor bar. He ain't paid them off yet." Jamal, promises what? Do we have a witness to those promises? Was it
I'm
in
just
writing?
saying. That's why I said it was
Then
off
it
camera.
don't matter. It don't matter. He got suckered. He picked the wrong one. He picked the broke bitch. He picked the grifter. And it's also a culture thing because in the Caribbean, we don't rent, we own. And she said, "Yeah, we can have a good life here, but she is
Hmm.
American and she's used to renting." But where she fails me is she said her rent was $3,000 or $4,000 in New York City.
Right.
She asked him for 75,000 pesos, which is about 1,300 US dollars. So that's half of the rent and utilities and expenses for a month. So you ain't saving that much money living your bougie lifestyle down in the DR. That's all I'm saying. She ain't making no sense.
And based on what you're saying to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I could be looking at this wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but in my mind, based on the numbers you've given me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of siding with Johan a little bit, only
Mm-hmm.
because you're coming down to the DR, basically
Mm-hmm.
paying a third of what you're paying in the United States, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're still bringing in some cash somewhere, and I'm going to get to that part too. So if
Mm-hmm.
the lifestyle is easier, like one, you should be able to save money, and two, you should, in his mind, you shouldn't need my help. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, according to the Instagrams, this is just what I've seen on the little Instagram pages. Danielle
Mm-hmm.
was flexing about how much money she made via social media. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assume he knows about said funds, being that they're married, and
Mm-hmm.
he has access to her accounts, so he knows how much money is there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in his mind, he's looking at it like, well, if you have all this cash coming in, why aren't we looking at a house to buy? Why are we
Mm-hmm.
renting? Why don't we have a vehicle? This
Mm-hmm.
and that. And her thing is like, well, you're not contributing, and she says that a lot. She said he's not contributing, but yet he's saying, well, I'm the one paying for this, and this. So
Mm-hmm.
my opinion is this: you're both lying.
Here's the thing though. Whatever money that she's making from social media, he doesn't have access to that. I feel
Hmm.
that she has like a credit card that she pays everything on,
Uh-huh.
and then she wires money into a local bank
Right.
for cash expenditures and stuff like that, or when she gets money from him. But
Right.
she seems to be living a very transient lifestyle that she can just pick up and go when it starts to get hot. She's in
Hmm.
a rental that she can ditch. She rents cars, not
Hmm.
no anchor. She's not
Right.
buying property that she has to be responsible for or could lose out on. Nothing. So if it starts to get hot, she can get up and go to the next
Right.
location
Right.
and start her grift all over again. That's all I got to say. And I hope that her tax person is taking into account the TLC money. And if there was any sort of agreement, I'm sure it was getting half of that TLC money or a percentage of that TLC money to him. Mm-mm.
Okay. This is bad to say. What if she hasn't been cutting him in of the TLC check?
She's telling him that she is by buying him all of these things and letting
Right.
him live in the apartment when he wasn't
Hmm.
working. So, yeah, she's been floating him.
Hmm.
Chime or Russell Simmons car funds for her license. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because part of me thinks that here's part of my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she actually has a bank account in the DR.
I bet she does. I bet she does. But she doesn't have much in it.
Okay, so it's one of those. I have an account here to establish residency or some sort, but it's not like
To make it look like I'm interested in staying here.
right, right.
Mm-hmm.
It's for looks basically.
Mm-hmm.
But everything,
Honestly, he's just irked that he not getting what his friend getting.
right.
And irked that he ain't get the green card. I believe she promised him the green card.
Hmm.
I believe she said, and I think she worded it very carefully. Eventually, we'll get there.
Right, right.
But she picked well and he picked poorly.
Yes, I do agree with that. I
Mm-hmm.
think they were trying to grift each other, and she's just a better grifter, basically,
Mm-hmm. Yep. She
because
is a better grifter.
he's still harping on things that are anchors. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's focused on that. She's focused on just living there. You know what I mean?
She, yeah, day to day,
Day to
having a good
day.
time,
Yes.
you know?
I think the problem with he's not understanding this, and Debbie, I want everyone's thoughts on this. Part of me thinks that she kind of just used him to get to DR so she could live one long vacation until it gets too hot,
Yeah.
and he
Hmm.
thought he had found someone who was gonna pay for him.
Yep. And the thing is, if she had came to New York with him, they'd be having the same problems because he wouldn't work. Johan
Right.
does not inspire a great work ethic when I look at him. He doesn't. He looks long and lazy. Period. Hey Sherry. Welcome, welcome.
So that's what
Um
I'm thinking because like when you said when you mentioned the anchors, like everything's day to day, it's
mhm.
rented, it's this, there's no ties.
Mhm.
I'm like, when you as soon as you said that, I'm like, well, maybe she's just looking at this as one long vacation.
She is very transient. Very transient. I bet you she could pack all her shit up into 2 bags and hop on a plane and head out.
And he not even know it
Yep.
because there's nothing to do with because the car's rented. And here's my thing: I bet you the when they rent the cars, he's renting them in his name.
Because he probably has the local driver's license.
Yes.
And that's why when she crashed the first Lincoln, she didn't care because that was under his name and probably TLC.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice after that first Lincoln, they was getting putt putts after that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Unbelievable.
she's making it very easy to leave him.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing: did you catch? Okay, let's go back a little bit to the last
Mm-hmm.
episode when she told him, you
Mm-hmm.
know, this, and this. You want a codependent American woman? She's all fine. Leave. I can refer you. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
huh. You got what you wanted. You're in the DR now.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you're looking like, okay, I can get rid. I don't need you anymore because I'm established enough to where I can do on my own. Because she keeps saying she's paying for everything. She's paying for everything,
Mm-hmm.
which tells me you do have a good amount of cash coming in to where you can live in DR on your own.
Fail Foster Dog Mom reminded me of something. Between the both of them, they have no business acumen. They're paying shipping on those Christmas gifts. Not only shipping, importation tax, VAT, duties, levies, whatever it is that's in the Caribbean island that the government makes money on anything that crosses their shores. She's paying all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobo the clown gonna sit down there. Let's do Christmas gifts for the kids in the neighborhood. Who neighborhood? Where y'all living now in the tourist area, or back in your neighborhood where your mama them live?
He's no. He said it's. She said it's for the children in his neighborhood, probably where he
Okay.
grew up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was very nice of her. But I'm wondering, basically, based on my experience in Barbados, the duties, the levies, the VAT, all of that gonna be more expensive than the damn 2 cent gift that they sent down there. Sorry.
Well, it was. Well, remember it was the Amazon wish list. So they picked out the gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So
But the thing is, right? The people pay for the gift, but if you paying more than what the gift is
right.
worth in import tax, what's the point? I would have hooked up with a local store and had them buy stuff there. That way I'm not paying shipping or importation duties.
Mm.
But that's just me. That's just me. He's mad his sugar mama picker is broken. His friend hit the jackpot. He needs to find out if that woman has a friend or a sister like her. Duh. Shit, he need to go and find that woman and take her away from his friend. I mean, he is working with a baseball bat.
But the problem with Johan is this, Johan, and I do blame you for this. You're talking about what your friend has, but your friend went to the States and got all this stuff, which
Mm-hmm.
says the woman he hooked up with has the coin to do that in America.
Mm-hmm.
Your person was adamant. about coming to the GR to live and do all this grand stuff. It's not comparable.
Again,
Sorry.
I will never stop saying this. As soon as she started bitching about $200 worth of peanuts, I'd have been peacing out. He had a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
That's his problem. Anyway, any more on them?
No, next week is where I guess it all finally goes down. Finally,
It isn't.
episode 20.
It isn't. Like, I'm so done waiting for this. I'm so done.
Oh, Debbie.
All right, y'all. That's it. This was 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, Season 5, Episode 19. Oh, and before we go, thank you for the new subscribers. We love that
Welcome.
we're growing. Welcome to the tribe. Oh no, Auntie, you late. Don't worry. This was a trash box show, and we've just been giggling about it. But join us in a couple of minutes. We're gonna do Chantel, the family Chantel. We're gonna do a little change up, and then we'll come back. Bring your notes. I'm sick of family Chantel already. Oh my god. Yes, please watch the replay. I'm sorry you're late. But this was a stupid 90-day episode though. So you ain't missed too much. All right. So Jamal, any final thoughts?
I don't think so. I mean, we're. I mean, it is what it is at this point. I mean, 19 episodes. How?
I don't know. I don't know how they did this. But this is the biggest okey doke that TLC has ever pulled.
But in fairness to them, if they had
Mhm.
kept the 2 hour segments, this would only be episode 10 ish.
I feel that if they had good semi decent content, because it's been a long time since we got good content from TLC. I ain't gonna lie. But if they had semi decent content, they would have made this 20 episodes of 2 hour nonsense.
Fair.
Because didn't this start off as 2 hours and then
The first
got
the first five
shifted to one?
episodes. The first five
Yep.
episodes.
There you
I remember
go.
Sister Wives came back.
Sister Wives. No, this one is on Monday. So they brought in the last resort, and that's why it went to an
All right.
hour.
That's right. You're right. Okay.
Mhm. All right, y'all. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes with Chantel and them.
Gosh.
Until next
Yep.
time. Bye.